look at that. That's really bad. All right, no, this is bad. All right, we're just gonna go with the normal. Why do I keep trying to mess with these filters when I know they're terrible? I'm just trying to hope that one of them kind of works out, but no, it's cool. All right, fuck it then. I know this is a complete waste of time. That's what these streams are. Waste of time. That's literally all this is. What the fuck? There used to be a different one on here because I remember putting it on last time. And I'm going through these filters and it's not here. This is annoying me. Who cares, right? Let's get to the music. Alright, we'll get to the music right now. Hold on. I don't know why. There was a filter that I just used when I went live yesterday and it's not here right now. So then they gave me all these lame ass filters. What happened? There was a filter called Pop. I'm not seeing it. These filters are horrendous. Alright, you know what? Who gives a fuck? Alright. Let's see. Alright, well, guys. Alright, guys, we're gonna listen to some music then. Fuck it. I don't even know if there's anybody here. Probably not, because I told everybody not to come back. So I'm assuming nobody came back. Um, which would make sense. Hopefully nobody actually came back, but we are gonna waste time with some music right now. I should probably turn off that fan. Damn, I'm really fucking annoyed that I can't find that filter, but alright. Who cares? Who cares about the damn filter, right? Alright, let's just get to the fucking music. Guys, this is gonna be a super boring one. I'm warning you right now. You probably not gonna want to. You guys are not gonna want to check this out. I promise you. But all right. You know what? Let me. I'm annoyed. All right. It was because that was like the best filter out of all the filters, and now it's not there. I don't know what happened. That's so weird. Did they really like literally change it from yesterday to today? I mean, I guess probably, right? Obviously. Why am I asking? Obviously they did. That's lame. All right. Who cares, guys? Okay, hold up. I guess I should try to see. Let's see. All right, so guys, we are going to be wasting time with guys. We were wasting time right now with one of my favorite albums that I don't think anybody's gonna like, but I don't really care because this is one of my favorite albums ever. I've heard this one so many 20 million times, like and this is actually an album too that I play for so many times for people because like I'm just super obsessed with jazz. Like I'm heavy into jazz, and anytime somebody like, especially, you know, I've heard of this album a bunch of times with this was a bunch of girls. Anytime you're talking to a girl, you go out with the girl, and they're like, oh, you like jazz. Oh, they find out you like jazz. Like, oh, you put something on. Like, I want to hear. It's like, all right, I always go with this one. This is like the go to getting into jazz if you've never heard jazz in your life or you don't like it or you don't know. So guys, this is an amazing one. This was I don't even want to ramble, guys. This is from one of the all-time super great, legendary jazz artists ever. He played trumpet in particular, and he randomly did an album where he sang. He was not a singer. A lot of people
either love his voice or hate his voice. You're gonna feel very strongly probably either way. You'll probably think he sounds amazing, or you're gonna think that it's like the worst singing you've ever heard. I'm just warning you guys right now because that's the only two opinions you're gonna have. You're gonna love his voice, or you're gonna be like, "This, what is this? This guy can't sing for shit." Like I'm telling you, that's how you're gonna feel. Um, so guys, but this is super amazing. Like I said, one of the most legendary. Just say the name to anybody who knows anything about jazz. They need to just say Chet Baker. Everybody knows Chet Baker. And also, even though he was born in Oklahoma, when he was a kid, he moved to Glendale. Shout out Glendale. You guys already know it's LA all day. Shout out Glendale. Glendale's fucking like right near where I grew up, like right down the street from where I grew up. So anyway, guys, yeah, rest in peace, Chet Baker. Actually, quick little thing because I'm rambling. I kind of don't care. It is one of the trippiest things of listening to this album. One of the trippiest things that happened to me in my life, guys, is I was listening to this album. Literally trippy. It was trippy, guys. I was literally tripping on mushrooms. I was in Amsterdam, tripping on mushrooms, listening to this, walking around. I had headphones on. I'm listening to this album that we're about to hear, tripping on mushrooms, walking in Amsterdam, and all of a sudden, what do I see as I'm walking? I turn my head. What do I see on the wall? I see a Chet Baker plaque. He died in Amsterdam. He, it's his death is kind of. He was like most of the famous jazz greats. He was a heroin addict, and when he died, they found heroin in his system, but they're not sure how he died. There's a lot of different. Some people think he was killed, like he was pushed out of the window. He was staying on like the top floor of this hotel. Some people think he was pushed out. Some people think that he was super fucked up and that he was just fell out. Some apparently someone says some people think that he got locked out of his room and that he somehow got access to the room next door and got on that balcony and was trying to get to his balcony and then slipped. So I don't know. There's a lot of different, but nobody knows. But long story short, that's where he died. So I'm tripping on shrooms, listening to this album, and I just happened to walk by. I wasn't even planning on it. I was not even in my mind. I literally just happened to walk by right where he died, and I just saw a plaque, and they had like a plaque like I forgot what it says, something like the great Chet Baker or whatever, great jazz trumpeter or whatever died here in 88. I think he died 88, 89. So anyway, guys, I'm rambling. This is like, who gives a fuck? Who cares? I'm just rambling to you guys because this album is amazing, and this is, like I said, I've heard this one just way too much. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. Hopefully, you guys dig it. If you don't, man, what are you gonna do, right? Can't win them all, guys. Chet Baker sings. Let's get into it.
I saw you last night and got that old feeling. When you came inside, I got that old feeling. The moment that you danced by, I felt a thrill. And when you caught my eye, my heart stood still. Once again I seemed to feel that old yearning, and I knew the spark of love was still burning. There'll be no new romance for me. It's foolish to start for that old feeling.
Fucking love his voice.
He's still in my
And then
heart.
he's so melodic when he and that's Rush Freeman on piano. Super melodic too. Melodies are too much. Every solo is the greatest solo you ever heard.
There'll be no new romance for me. It's foolish to start, for that old feeling is still in my heart.
Oh my god, guys, this album is like the most beautiful album you're ever gonna hear. I'm so serious.
Whenever it's early twilight, I watch till the star breaks through. Funny, it's not a star I see. It's always you.
That's the
Whenever
prettiest
I
music.
roam through roses, and lately I often do. Funny, it's not a rose I touch, it's always you. If a breeze caresses me, it's really you strolling by. If I hear a melody, it's merely the way you sigh. Wherever you are, you're near me.
His voice.
You dare me to be untrue. Funny, each time I fall in love, it's always you.
Guys, this is the most beautiful romantic album ever. I'm so serious.
If a breeze caresses me, it's really you strolling by. If I hear a melody, it's merely the way you sigh. Wherever you are, you're near me. You dare me to be untrue. Funny, each time I fall in love, it's always you. Lately I find myself out gazing at stars. hearing guitars like someone in love. Sometimes the things I do astound me.
Guys, this is the most beautiful romantic album ever, guys.
Whenever you're around me.
Wow, no, I had no idea. Wow, total twerker, no. That's amazing. I had no idea.
Bump into things like someone in love.
Crazy.
Each time I look at you,
Yeah, this is Russ Freeman on piano right here. Crazy.
And feeling like someone in love. Lately, I seem to walk as though I had wings. Bump into things like someone in love. Each time I look at you, I'm limp as a glove.
That's so crazy. That's so fire. The Mariah, that song sampling Chet Baker.
Someone in love. Feeling like someone in love. In love.
Guys, I swear, I'm gonna keep saying it. This is the most beautiful romantic thing ever. This whole album.
Long ago, my heart and mind got together and designed the wonderful girl for me. Oh, what a fantasy! Though the idol of my heart can't be ordered a la carte, I wonder if she will be always a fantasy. Will I ever find the girl in my mind, the one who is my ideal? Maybe she's a dream, and yet she might be just around the corner waiting for me. Will I recognize the light in her eyes that no other eyes reveal? Or will I pass her by and never even know that she was my ideal?
Yes, this is Chet Baker singing. Yeah, this is an album that he did. He actually did two 10-inch albums, one in 1954 and one in 1956, and then they were both put out together as one album in 1958. And that's what we're hearing. But yeah, the album is called Chet Baker. What's called Sings. Chet Baker Sings.
Or will I pass her by and never even know
This is like the most beautiful
that
thing
she's
ever.
mine? I did.
Yeah, a lot of people either like love his voice or hate his
I've
voice.
never
It's very unique.
been in love before. Now all at once it's you. It's you forevermore.
And so also, guys, if kids ever watch, so it's like when you watch the video, the reactions are like, "How's this guy never heard?" Because this is what I. How do you never hear this song from
I
Britney?
thought my
Because this is one of my favorite albums ever. This is what I'm obsessed with for years.
I thought I knew the score, but
And he's using brushes.
this is wine. It's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and out my song must pour.
And this is
So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
oh my god. What's crazy though is when you hear him play like on a real fast, like he could play his ass off, but he just, you know, this is so like a singing melody, you know, not like a solo fast type of melody, but it's like a singing type
It's
of melody.
all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and out my song must pour. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been
Wow.
Nights are long since you went away. I think about you all through the day. My buddy, my buddy, nobody quite so true. Miss your voice, the touch of your hand. Just long to know that you understand. My buddy, my buddy, your buddy misses you.
So usually it depends. It'll be anywhere from like 3, in general 3 to 6.
The touch of your hand, just long
So like
to know
in general, bass and piano always. Not 100% of the time though. Some of these tracks don't have drums,
my buddy,
but in general, bass and drums, and then a lead instrument, which could be trumpet, sax, piano, guitar. But then a lot of times too, if the lead instrument, a lot of times if the lead instrument is a horn player, they also want a piano player. So that's but then sometimes there might be like multiple lead soloists. There might be like a sax player, 2 sax players, a trumpet player, and then the rhythm section, the bass, piano, and drums. So it kind of depends. So like right here is 4 people.
They're writing songs of love, but not for me.
Piano,
The
bass,
lucky
drums.
stars above, but not for me.
Well, and Chet singing obviously, but
With love to lead the way, I found more clouds of gray than any Russian play could guarantee. I was a fool to fall and get that way. Alas, and
typically once you get past like 6, then you're getting into like
Although I can't dismiss
The 6 is considered like a
the
medium-sized
memory
group.
of her kiss, I guess she's
7
not
is still medium-ish. Once you get to like 8, 9, now you're already talking like it's like a small big band sort of. I think you have like a big band which would do this type of music too, but the arrangements will be bigger. Like their solos are so melodic.
I was a fool to fall and get that way. I hold alas and also lack a day. Although I can't dismiss the memory of her kiss, I guess she's not for me.
Oh, Samantha, you're back. They went to shower. I told you I was gonna be back in 10 minutes. I told you guys. Actually, it took like 20 though. I'm not gonna lie, it took like 20 because I charged the phone for a little bit.
Time after time,
I am also a fan of
I
brushes.
tell myself that I'm so lucky
I think when you go like this,
to
it's
be
always fun.
loving you.
That's how you play jazz drums.
So
like this.
lucky
Just move your hand
to
in a circle
be
and flick.
the one you run
Flick
to
on 2 and 4.
see in the evening
Well, you need like a,
when the day is through. I only know what I know. The passing years will show. You've kept my love so young, so new. And time after time, you'll hear me say that I'm so lucky to be loving you.
and what's better than old romantic music, like beautiful romantic music?
I only know what I know. The passing years will show. You've kept my love so young, so new.
Ever, 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 for real.
And
Never,
time after time, you'll hear me say that I'm so lucky to be loving you.
Oh my gosh. Man, seriously. And it's like every song, every single song. So it's like this is the most beautiful romantic album of all time.
I get along without you very well. Of course I do. Except when soft rains fall and drip from leaves, then I recall the thrill of being sheltered in your arms. Of course I do. But I get along without you very well. I've forgotten you just like I
Just
should.
makes me want to put on like
Of course
I gotta go jazz and put on the Wayfarers.
Except to hear your name.
Except I'm wearing a hoodie and I feel like I look like the Unabomber
Or
now.
someone's laugh that is the same.
That's not
But
the look.
I've
That's not it.
forgotten you just like I should. What a guy. What a fool am I to think my breaking heart could kid the moon. What's in store? Should I fall once more? No, it's best that I stick to my tune. I get along without you very well. Of course I do. Except perhaps in spring. But I should never think of spring, for that would surely break my heart in two.
Oh my god.
My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine,
I do know, but I don't know because I've never had that.
you
But
make me smile with my heart.
but I feel you. I feel your vibe though.
Your looks are laughable, unphotographable.
This is like his signature song. He didn't write it, obviously. It was Roger's
Yet
part.
you're my favorite work of
They've had
art.
a very big, well, in the jazz world, a big hit before this with an instrumental
Is your
version.
figure less than
But for his
Greek?
entire career, this is like his signature song.
Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak?
You're hilarious, Samantha.
Are you smart? But don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. nights like this, and I'll be standing here with someone new. There will be other songs to sing, another fall, another spring, but there will never be another you. There will be other lips that I may kiss, but they won't thrill me like yours used to do. Yes, I may dream a million dreams, but how can they come true if there will never ever be another you? Yes, I may dream a million dreams, but how can they come true if there will never ever be another?
Yes, I absolutely love this too. This is amazing, right? I realized I didn't put Chet Baker in the title. I just put sings. This is Chet Baker. Chet Baker sings. One of the most beautiful albums ever made. I'll keep repeating myself. Oh, you played My Funny Valentine? That's crazy. Oh yeah, you said you were in jazz band in high school. That's right. That's crazy. Yeah, I was in jazz band too. Yes. Oh, I definitely heard Nature Boy. I love that song. I never heard. I actually never heard Celine do it though.
The thrill.
But we're definitely gonna hear that. Actually, gonna be doing her discography. Actually, coming up. So.
I can see it in your eyes. I can hear it in your sighs. Feel your touch and realize the thrill is gone. The nights are cold, for love is old. Love was grand when love was new. Birds were singing, skies were blue. Now it don't appeal to you. The thrill is gone. This is the end. So why pretend and let it linger on? The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone.
I never played them. I never played them very. Never played them. My cousin plays them. And my other cousin, his sister plays some
I
piano.
fall in love too easily.
I've also never played some piano either.
I fall in love too
This is an alternate.
fast.
I I play tenor, but
I fall in love too terribly hard for love to ever last. My heart should be well schooled, 'cause I've been fooled in the past. But still I fall in love so easily. I fall in love too fast.
like, doesn't this just make you want to be in black and white? Like, I don't even know what it means to be in black and white, but I want to be in black and white. They just play so amazing. Like, other players
My heart
might
should be
play their ass off on something
well
like this.
schooled, 'cause I've
But they
been
just took it
fooled
super.
in the past.
The whole album, their whole careers, really,
But
but
still I
both of
fall
them
in
actually.
love too easily. I fall in love too fast.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, when you play Barry, you feel it resonate. Interesting. That's what it's like when you play the cello and the viola too. Not as much. The viola is not as much as the cello, but the cello you feel here. The viola you feel right here. So it's like the violin you don't really feel it. You don't feel it.
Look for the silver lining whenever a cloud appears in the blue. Remember somewhere the sun is shining, and so the right thing to do is make it shine for you, a heart full of joy and gladness will always banish sadness and strife. So always look for the silver lining and try to find the sunny side of life. joy and gladness will always banish sadness and strife. So always look for the silver lining. Try to find the sunny side of life.
Guys, that is literally one of the best things that's ever been made. I'm so serious, guys. That's one of my favorite albums ever. Yes, I know. I say it 20 million times. Yes, forever, guys, ever. It's so good. It's just so everything about it. There's every song is amazing. Every performance from everybody on there is amazing. Like it's just the most perfect, beautiful, romantic, old school. Just I don't know. I just want to just be like driving in black and white in the rain or something and just listening to that, even though that wasn't a thing back then. You only had the radio. You couldn't pick your own music. But you know what I'm saying, guys. That was just too much. Oh my gosh, damn. Play it again. No, but we will hear right now though. Actually, just we could check out. Is this is So I was saying, like I said earlier, when he died in Amsterdam. This whatever he fell, whatever he fell, he was pushed, whatever he accidentally he killed himself, whatever nobody knows, but when he died, while he died, he was in the process. They were making a documentary about him, and it's an amazing documentary. Even though afterwards his wife was like really against it, saying that like they took a lot of stuff and like edited it out of context and that they were trying to just like exploit him and his death and but it so but it's still I don't know, it's still a really amazing documentary. It's still really good. It's called Let's Get Lost and it's really amazing. And real life, I know it was in color, not black and white, but I'm just saying if it could be black and white, I'm saying. So guys, so this is from that documentary that he died during the making of. This is one of the great, amazing performances from him. This is him when he was older though, so his voice is different. Also, like again, like I said, he was a heroin addict, and so along the way, he had a crazy, super crazy life. I mean, he was like the top jazz trumpeter. Downbeat magazine in the 50s was like the number one magazine for jazz, and everybody who's into jazz was like knew Downbeat and read Downbeat. And the big thing in jazz was like they would give awards that would be voted by the subscribers of the magazine. And it would be like, who's the best trumpeter of the year? Who's the best sax, alto sax, best tenor? Who had the best solo? Who was the best album? They would have all these different categories, and he won in like '55. He was like best trumpeter. He beat Miles in '55, and like fucking like Clifford Brown and but like my point is in that. But again, he was a heroin addict, so he had a crazy life. He ended up getting arrested in Italy in like the '60s. Like early '60s, and he was like in jail in Italy for like 2 years because of drugs. And then later on, eventually, like a couple of years later, he got into some shit over drugs, and he got like knocked out, and his teeth got all fucked up, and he ended up losing his teeth. He had to wear dentures for the rest of his life, and it completely fucked up his embouchure. Like if you guys play trumpet or about trumpet, like you have to have like a certain lip position for like every single note is like a different lip position, and it's super time consuming to learn it and to learn how to do it for every single note and to be able to do it and switch between them super fast, and especially to get the super high notes. And he wasn't able to play, so he completely quit music. He was like he worked at a gas station for like 3 years, and then like someone convinced him to try to start playing again. He had to like reteach himself, like relearn how to play trumpet. He has like a crazy life. It was like he had a super crazy life. So my point is, and he ended up leaving. Eventually, he moved to Italy. He met a chick there, and they got married. He had kids, and so he lived in Italy, and so the last of his life was like spent in Europe. And so this is a clip from that movie. This is I want to say that I could be wrong. I want to say they're in Denmark, but I could be wrong. But so this is Chet Baker doing an Elvis Costello song. This is Chet Baker with Almost Blue, guys. This one is amazing.
And we've come to that time in the evening when there's not much time left. The tune is called Almost Blue, and we'd appreciate it if you could kind of try to be quiet, because it's that kind of tune, you know. Almost blue, almost doing things we used to do. There's a girl here and she's almost you. Almost. All the things you promised with your eyes, I see in hers too. Now your eyes are red from crying. Almost blue. Flirting with this disaster became me. It named me as a fool who only aimed to be almost blue, almost touching it will almost do. There's a part of me that's always true, always. All the things that you promised with your eyes, I see in hers too. Now your eyes are red from crying. Almost you, almost me, almost blue. Thank you.
Oh my god. That's too much. Yeah, monochromatic vibes. I mean, you know I'm all about monochromatic. Yeah, it sucks. Guys, how beautiful is that? How amazing was that? Like, too much, man. It's so sad. Like he just fucking does, because he wasn't. he even though he looked fucking super fucked up right there, because I mean, like I said, he was a fucking super fucking crazy heroin addict, fucking like 30 years, you know. So he looked like shit, but right there he was in his early 50s. So it's not like he was like super old, you know what I mean? Like he was in his early 50s, and yeah, he fucking somehow whatever he died. Yeah, fell out of a window, whatever. That's what they ruled it. They ruled it as the cops. I mean, in Amsterdam, they ruled it as a accident that he fell out the window. That's what they ruled it as. But there's a lot of people have their own thoughts on it. But yeah, but like I said, even though he looked like shit right there, yeah, he was really old. I think he was only like 51 right there or something. So, yeah, I know he looked like shit, right? Like core progression. I was just I don't know. I think it was just like well, aside from that part where it goes, well, to change me, it made me be a fool. That part is different, but the other thing was just like it was just like going from one. It's like a 1 2 5 1 in a minor key. That's probably why. Yeah, it's muscle memory, but it's different with the because like I don't have you ever tried play trumpet? Because like the trumpet embouchure is way different than the sax embouchure. Like trumpet embouchure is fucked up. Like this trumpet, I could sort of barely play it. It's the hardest instrument I've ever tried to play. It's crazy to me. Like when I first started trying to play the trumpet, like it gave me the biggest appreciation for trumpet players. Like I already had like I already did, but like I already knew Clifford Brown was like the greatest ever, but like it took my appreciation for him to the next level. You know, well, like even Chet Baker could like would play like some stuff like all everything we've heard from him right here. Like he was playing very like slow and like single, like more like a melody that you would sing, and like that would be written to, like to go with the lyric. You know, like a lot of those solos were very like that. But like he also could, you know, just he came from bebop. You know what I mean? Which like if you guys don't know bebop is just like the style of like it's just like a super fast style. It's a super very, all the tunes are very, and it's all, all the melodies and all the solos are like that. So, and that's how he first got his start. Matter of fact, Charlie Parker, who's like, you know, the basically one of the fathers of bebop, along with everybody else back in the day in maintenance, obviously Dizzy Gillespie, obviously Bud Powell, obviously Max Roach, obviously Charlie Christian, obviously all those dudes back then, Thelonious Monk, all of them. But Charlie Parker, his first recordings, because he wasn't in World War II, there was no recording happening because like back then all the records, all the studios to record in, there was like a musicians union back in the day, and you had to be a part of the union, and the union they didn't do any recording during the war. So as a result, like there was a lot of stuff that didn't get recorded throughout the from 42 to 45. So whatever, long story short, eventually his first records that he does make end up being with Miles Davis on trumpet. That's where Miles first got famous with playing with Charlie Parker. And anyway, eventually Miles left the band, and Charlie Parker needed a new trumpet player. So that's how Chet Baker first got famous, because he was the guy who replaced Miles. So my point is, Chet Baker could also play his ass off, but my point is real to say that on this what we heard though, he was just playing just his playing on this album is amazing. Like it was so restrained, and the playing from also from Russ Freeman is he matched that same thing of just that kind of restrained, just kind of held back type of, you know what I mean? It wasn't. They both bebop. They both came from bebop, so they both could have just played their ass off and just, you know what I mean, done like 200 notes a minute. You know what I mean? But they just, it's a good thing. Amazing, super fire, guys. I'm rambling about this, but yeah, that was yeah. Oh, you used to play trumpet too, yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, like imagine, but your teeth. Imagine you have no teeth, and like all of a sudden now, where your lips are is gonna be different. You know what I mean? Because like his teeth got fucking knocked out. He's fucking crazy. That's what I'm saying. He went from like being considered the best trumpet player in jazz, and like he won best trumpet in 1955, to like 10 years later he fucking quit music because his teeth were knocked out because fucking he already got out of fucking Italian prison. He came back to America, fucking got his fucking teeth knocked out with some more drug shit, fucking and fucking quit music, and then he's fucking working at a gas station. Like it was crazy. It's fucking and again also too like it's jazz, so still jazz is not the biggest thing even back then. You know what I mean? The jazz age when jazz was big was the 20s. You know, by the 50s, jazz was a whole other thing. You know, because old jazz in the 20s and the 10s and the 20s and even into the 30s was like dance music, and that's like party music like back then. But then by the 50s it was just like so rambly solo nonsense for musicians that nobody else cared about, because you know what I mean. It's just like, all right, who wants to hear a guy soloing for 10 minutes? Like, who gives a fuck? Which I completely still to this day agree with. I think anybody who's like, if you don't play, like, you probably shouldn't even listen to jazz. But there's a lot of great jazz that you might like this, which is like a lot of the stuff with vocals, because I feel like the stuff with vocals is way easier to get into because you're hearing somebody sing a song as opposed to just, and then maybe there's like a solo in there, and then maybe you could kind of get into start listening to solos but like, who wants to just hear somebody solo for 10 fucking minutes on some fucking weird modal progression? Like, you have to be a fucking musician who's into that to want to hear that, you know what I mean? Like, I understand why nobody wants to hear that shit, you know what I mean? Let's be for real. So like, my point, guys, I'm kind of all over the place rambling, but my point is that he didn't do any of that on this album, and that's what's so great, and neither did Russ Freeman. They both super killed it. But yeah, imagine like your teeth fucking, you got no fucking teeth, like your embouchure is gonna be all fucked up. So, because it took him a couple years to completely relearn how to actually play like before. It took him a while because he was like literally starting from scratch, but with the knowledge of how to do it, but without the technical ability. He had to like a kid rebuild his technical ability, but he already had the knowledge. So once he rebuilt it, I mean, he was back to normal. But it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. What did you say? Yeah, Charlie Parker. Yeah, he's the best. I mean, yeah, he's the legend for a reason. I mean, he's debatably the most important person in jazz. Debatably. It's hard to say. I have to say, you have to either say between Louis Armstrong, him, or Miles. It's either fucking Louis Armstrong, Charlie Parker, or Miles Davis, like the most important in jazz. All three really, but I don't know. I could think you could probably make the case for Charlie Parker, to be honest. You can make the case for all of them, honestly. I don't know. I can make the case for Louis Armstrong, honestly, too. But anyway, guys, kind of all over the place, but yeah, fucking. This is that was amazing. So guys, I hope you dug it, and what, your dogs are freaking out. That's terrible. That sucks. Guys, I hope you dug this. We'll be back with another album probably tomorrow, and we have more reactions on the way, but then also I'm gonna do another one of my favorite ones tomorrow. I don't know what time, because I'm gonna probably try to go skate tomorrow, which is actually going well. There is gonna be a video of that too, by the way, because I'm just making videos of everything now in my life. Apparently, now that I have this channel, apparently that's what my life has become, just making videos of everything that I do. So guys, there will be a video on the way of me learning how to skate. But it's gonna take a while because I want to actually really learn. I'm gonna really learn, and the video is gonna be, you're gonna see me actually really learn. I'm not gonna do one of these like YouTuber, like, I learned to skate in 7 days. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm really gonna actually try to learn. So we'll see. Luckily I haven't fallen and hurt myself too bad, except for I did fuck up my knees. They're completely bruised and fucked up, but aside from that, I'm good. So guys, we'll be back with that video. I have a lot of this stuff on the way. Oh, the Inyo Awards are coming, guys, for best everything from last year. That is coming. I'm pretty sure I'm doing it Sunday. I have to double check. I think the Oscars are Sunday, and if the Oscars are Sunday, then we're doing it Sunday, because we're going up head to head with the Oscars, because Fuck the Oscars, guys. We're here for the Inyo Awards, guys. So, guys, we'll be back. Um, no, I'm not a YouTuber. Stop. No, don't say that because then I'm gonna have to delete the channel. I'm definitely not a YouTuber. 1,000% not. Because in my mind at least, a YouTuber is somebody who does content for YouTube because they're trying to be a YouTuber. I am somebody who's sitting here smoking, listening to music, and decided to just start filming it and uploading it because that's what I'm fucking doing anyway. And as I doing this right before I do other stuff, so I'm not a fucking YouTuber. And in every video I say go to check out my real channel with my music. I say specifically the term real channel because this is not a real channel. This is not a real. This is. I like doing this and this is fun and I love it, but I'm not a YouTuber. I will say it 20 million times. I'm not a YouTuber. So like, because like I said, I don't try. Guys, we've done almost 1,000 videos on this channel. There's not one video where I say, hey guys, like and subscribe. Hey, check out my thing. Make sure you hit the bell. I never say that. As a matter of fact, I tell you guys I always say, close this video. Don't watch me. Go put on the music. Earlier in the last stream, I said, don't come back. Like, that's not what being a YouTuber is. Being a YouTuber is, hey guys, yeah guys, oh yeah, smash that like. That's what a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. I tell you guys to go away and to not watch my videos. Like that's not a YouTuber. You know what I mean? I'm just, I just always feel like I have to be doing something. And I feel like I can't be like wasting time. So I feel like if I'm just sitting here doing nothing, that's a waste of time. But if I'm doing this and I could get traffic and get you guys to go to my channel, my real channel, which actually some of you guys have gone there, and I love you guys for doing that. It's amazing. Um, then that's something because then when I finally put out some music, which I have music that I'm putting out soon, hopefully now more people will check it out. Hopefully because there'll be more subs on. You know what I mean? So that's really what it is. It's not that I'm a YouTuber. I'm just getting high and listening to music and trying to get you guys to go to what I really do, which is music. Because I'm a musician. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a musician. I'll repeat that 20 million times if I have to, guys. I'm not a YouTuber, guys. Please don't think of me as a YouTuber because I'm not. I'm just making videos of me smoking, listening to music, and the platform that I'm posting them on is YouTube. But I'm not a YouTuber. That's it. Because if I post a lot on Twitter, you wouldn't call me a Twitterer. Do you know what I mean? If I post a lot on IG, I wouldn't be an Instagrammer. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not a YouTuber just because I post on YouTube. I don't, no. But shout out to the YouTubers because I fuck with the YouTubers. I watch a bunch of YouTubers. Like I said, YouTube is the only thing I ever watch. So I fuck with a lot of YouTube. I have nothing against YouTubers. I'm just saying I'm not that. And I don't want. I don't want to. Guys, don't think of me that. Please, guys, go check out my music. Go check it out. If you happen to like this boring album, you will also love, in that case, my boring album because I have a super boring album. Go type in my name on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever you use, title, whatever. Just type in Inyo Kutsi, INYOKUTSE. And I put out an album. Go check it out. It's amazing. It's literally amazing. Not to like sound like I'm like hyping myself up, but it's literally I just heard it recently, and every time I'm like fuck, I was blown away that I made that. Like the fact it's literally really crazy. It's on like it's on some like Debussy. I'm like I super love Debussy, but like it's on like some Debussy, Ravel, like Satie type vibes, but like. If you like this, if you manage to like this boring music, go check out my boring music. And I have music on the way that's not boring. I have something super fire on the way, which is complete opposite of that. But so guy, I know it's like all right, shut up. No, but I just have to say this. It's just because I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. Oh my gosh. All right, so guys, oh my gosh! Whoa! Samantha. Okay, let's see. What do you say to you? Not Duke Ellington. No, not Duke Ellington. No, absolutely not. Even though I love Duke Ellington, I do not think Duke Ellington is the most important in jazz. No. But he's up there though. But he's up there for a different reason though. You know, he really brought the idea of composition to jazz and of writing songs that were specifically jazz songs, but like in the sense of like because like in the jazz age and like the early like the first 20 years of jazz, like it was like a different system where it was like the Tin Pan Alley days where like there would be songwriters and they would write the songs and then they would like sell the songs and then everybody would cover the same songs and everybody would have 20 million versions of the same song and that's just what you did back then. So like all like the jazz age, big jazz age was like that type of thing. And he really brought the thing of like also Count Basie though. So then we have to say Basie too. You know what I'm saying? You have to go with Count Basie. So I'm saying but to me like Duke Ellington and he wrote so much, but I feel like most jazz players like the vocabulary, the modern vocabulary of jazz is Charlie Parker. But before Charlie Parker, it was Louis Armstrong. So that's why it said it have to be kind of between the two. Miles though brought so much and changed so much too, but I feel like he changed the music and Miles brought so many different eras. Like you want to talk about eras, everyone's talking about eras now, right? Because of you know what I mean. People were saying eras before, but Taylor did the tour, and now people are really talking about eras. But you really want to talk about eras? Miles had like 50 eras. Like Miles did 50 different. Like he's starting with the Charlie Parker, the early bebop, but then going into the birth of the cool stuff and going into cool jazz, but then going into and literally inventing modal jazz, and then going into like the stuff that he did with the second quintet. All of a sudden, the first band broke up with Coltrane and Paul Chambers and on drums he had different people. He had Jimmy Cobb. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the whole band, but Philly Joe Jones, but he kicked him out because he was a heroin addict. He kicked out Coltrane because he was a heroin addict. The band fell apart, but then he came back with Herbie Hancock, way shorter, fucking Tony Williams and Ron Carter, like that, like, and that band was something. And then that band completely changed jazz to a whole different thing. Then after that, that wasn't enough. Then he comes with Bitches Brew, which completely changed everything. That was the beginning of jazz fusion. He literally created that. Like it was too much. Then all of a sudden, then he fucking came out with On the Corner. All of a sudden, he's creating funk jazz, like something that he created so many fucking literal like genre. Like he was like such a pioneer that he pioneered that. But I'm still saying the reason I would say Charlie Parker, and I'm rambling about this, but because I could ramble about dumb jazz shit all day, but is the vocabulary itself. Even though still to this day, a lot of people try to get away from that because it was so influential. A lot of the more modern players don't use that kind of style. They try to avoid the bebop style, but that just shows how prolific and influential Charlie Parker is, that you're either playing in his style or you're trying to avoid playing in his style, because his style is just it's just everything and especially for people who don't listen to modern jazz. If you even could picture what jazz is in your mind, maybe you'd hear stuff from the 50s in your, or like, that type of shit. Like all those type of solos are going to be bebop based. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? So, but Louis Armstrong really was really at the beginning one of the big, and there was, of course, even before him there was people for him. But I'm saying, I have to make the case for I got to go Charlie Parker. I just have to. I feel like, and again, he's not my favorite jazz musician ever, or like, but I love him for sure. But I still have to say, like, he's the number one, I think, influential. Not my favorite, but I think he has to be the number one influential, way more than Duke Ellington. Even though, like I said, Duke really did bring the thing of starting to write your own tunes for, like, you know what I mean? And he wrote so many songs that everybody still plays to this day. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys. I mean, I can, like, I'm rambling, guys. But like, I can ramble about this jazz shit forever. But I mean, obviously Duke Ellington is the legend. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, guys, talk about boring ass slow recordings, guys. This is one of the greatest, most beautiful recordings also ever made, and we got to hear this one, guys. Hopefully my phone doesn't die, but it might die soon. So if the stream just cuts out, well, that's what it is. No, not imposter syndrome. No, no, trust me. I don't have imposter syndrome. I have the opposite of that. I have fool yourself syndrome. I'm just saying that I'm not a YouTuber. That's it. Yeah, and oh my God, Anne-Marie LaChance. First of all, I absolutely, you're the best. You super old school on this channel. And I love your name. I recently when I found out because you always in the comments, but I thought it was just your name, and then I found out about the thing, and I'm like, oh my God, I was like, wait, that's a name. That's all. I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. That's fucking. Oh, you said the opposite of imposter. Yes, it's the opposite. Yes, I have opposite. Correct. I definitely do. Guys, did you know that Beyonce is actually a fucking Italian woman? Did you know this, guys? Then her name is Anne Marie Latrasi, right? Or what is it? Latrasi. Anna Marie Latrasi or some shit, right? Right? What was the thing? I don't know the details, but supposedly, I don't know. I think it's fucking hilarious. So yeah, but yeah, no, I fucking, of course, the fucking, what? Yeah, no, we're gonna hear a really guys. This is another super slow, boring one, but guys, because we're speaking about Duke Ellington, and guys, these are two of the all-time greats ever, any genre, but obviously especially in jazz, guys. This is from an album that they did together, which was so crazy because their styles were so different. But guys, this is the super classic track "In a Sentimental Mood" from Duke Ellington and John Coltrane. Whoa, why is it not start from the beginning? Listen to Duke Ellington solo. Listen, he's see, he was very slow and melodic. That note is crazy. And Guys, I mean, it's just too much, you know? Like, it's like, it's too much. That's why, like, guys, jazz is literally just my favorite music ever, guys, ever. And I know I always repeat myself with certain things, but guys, that's why it's like, how do you never hear this stuff? I don't know, because I was obsessed with this stuff forever and ever. I still am obsessed with it. Like, I still am, but like, forever and ever, I was just obsessed with this. I was like, I didn't listen to anything else. You know what I mean? That's why I always say, guys, anything past 1982, I don't really know about it for the most part. I know about some stuff past 1982, but like, I really don't know about a lot of stuff past 1982. To be honest, I don't know why. I don't know. No, maybe like I'll say 1984 actually, because then the album from Van Halen, 1984, came out in 1984. So, and I do love that album. Um, but man, that's fucking. Oh, Latrosi's. Oh, you misspelled it. You just roll with it. I see. No, but it's hilarious though. That's fucking hilarious. You played this before. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the super all-time classic like standards. Yeah, Duke Alone is already. Yeah, that's fucking beautiful, right? It's so beautiful. Like, it's so crazy how like such, because I don't know, just such like a beautiful thing, and because they fucking only like came up with the arrangement like 5 minutes before. You know what I mean? Like, all right, what key? All right, how should we do it? I'll do this intro. But then. All right, how about you play the melody? We'll do the first chorus of the melody, and then the second chorus. I'll do the first half of the second chorus. You do the second half of the second chorus, and then we'll go out. And then they just recorded it. You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy. And then also on this album, particularly because if you ever, I mean, you guys know anything about Coltrane, like Coltrane was like the complete opposite of what we heard with Chet Baker. Chet Baker, or you know what I mean, on this album at least, Chet Baker was like super slow, melodic, and everything. Coltrane was like the king of just playing his ass off, like non-stop 20 million fucking notes per second. Like, he would like try to jam every single note that he could into, like, he would just, it was crazy how fast he would play and how many notes he would play, and he would go on forever and ever and ever. And especially like after this, like later on after this, when he eventually like started his own group, like when he actually started his own group, because at first his first solo albums, he would put together a group, but it was some of like guys that he really like that would be playing on other people's groups and albums too. But eventually he put together his own group, and all of a sudden you would hear him go for 20 minutes. All of a sudden he'd be going for like 20, 25 minutes, like just nonstop. It's like the crazy, like, so my point is like, it's so interesting because on this album he does not play like that, because he had like obviously going in, he had, because Duke Ellington, again, I wasn't trying to say anything like, I was just saying that I think Charlie Parker is the number one, but he was still, of course, so he had such a respect for Duke going in that he didn't want to do, and also because John Coltrane's number one hero in his entire life was Johnny Hodges, who of course was who played sax for Duke Ellington. So he got to do an album with Duke, and that was his fucking his, obviously obviously Johnny Hodges was not, but on this album. But I'm saying, so for him to get to do that was like a huge thing. So it's very interesting when you hear the way he played, even right there. Like, he did a little bit, you hear him play a little fast, a little bit, he did a kind of little, and that was it. And then he went, bum, 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 and then back into the melody. Bum, 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 bum. You know, like, it's too much. Like when he played, like, it's the most restrained Coltrane you'll ever hear is this album, and it's amazing. But man, yeah, this album is so fucking good. And Graceland, yeah, and Graceland came out in '86. Yeah, Graceland was '86. Oh yeah, we heard Grace. Yes, we heard Graceland the other day, which was amazing.
How much talent, understanding the crowd. Yeah, it's really, really, really crazy. Like Coltrane, but the reason Coltrane was so like, and that's why he's still so revered to this day, and like even to this day, like I said, like a lot of dudes would try to get away from the Charlie Parker sound because it's just the number one dominant sound of jazz. It's the sound of jazz soloing, but so a lot of guys will try to get away from that sound, but Coltrane, still to this day, people still, even the dudes who try to get away from the Charlie Parker sound will still try to lean into the Coltrane sound because Coltrane brought a whole different thing to his style of soloing, and what he did was he did took what Charlie Parker did and took it up like 10 levels. Like Charlie Parker had already taken jazz up like 100 levels, and then Coltrane took it up another 10. Like Coltrane was ridiculous with the stuff that he would and the type of stuff that he would play, and this type of like, he like very famously came up with like his own freaking trippy progression that to this day people still use it, and they call it Coltrane changes. And like it's like super music theory down, and don't explain that, but like basically chord progressions, like music, like when you hear chord changes, there's a certain way that they generally go, and he put together a set of chord changes that you would never normally hear, and going throughout a bunch of different keys. And at first he would use it for compositions, but eventually he started using it just in his soloing on other songs that didn't have that chord progression, and he would superimpose it. And so people still to this day will use Coltrane changes in there. So Coltrane was too much. Coltrane was too fucking, like, he's one of the fucking best ever, 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 fucking ever. Like, ridiculous. Yeah, but like saying, so like the reason though, but like that he was able to have so much understanding thing was because he was so obsessed with it though. Like, like you hear about like some like it's like with the thing with like, if you're ever like, okay, because like the way I am with music, I'm sure obviously you guys are with too, with the people that you're super into. Like the people who you're super into, like whether it's like B or like Prince, or I'm thinking of everybody we do on this channel that you guys are obsessed with. You know what I mean? Christina, everyone that we do it. Like, you guys aren't just listening to the music. It's not just that. Like, because if you guys are watching somebody react to the music, you don't just like the music. You know all about the person, and you know all about their life. You know what I mean? Like, and like every little, maybe not every little detail, but I know you guys are like super like that about this stuff. You know what I mean? So, my point is like, obviously I am too, right? So so like with all those people that like, it seems to me like there's always like, it's either one or two categories. It's either the person who's like super like, because here's the thing, they're all talented, right? These people who have to be talented to be one of the greatest. You have to be talented, and like when I say talent, I mean something that's just in you and it's innate. You know what I mean? Some people just are better at some things than other people. You know what I mean? Everybody could work hard, and you could work hard to attain something, but some people are just naturally just better at things than other people. And the people who are greats are always people who are just naturally better at that thing than other people, even though other people can still work hard and become successful in those fields too. You know what I mean? So like in music, for example, right? A lot of people, they're only okay, but if they work really hard, you could get good at music, or you could get way better. But some people are just naturally just fucking amazing. You know what I mean? And most of the that's what the greats are, people who are naturally fucking amazing. But my point is, even among those people, there's the people who have that, and then they're content with being, they're like, yeah, I'm amazing, so this is it, and they just kind of like are that. And then there's the people who have it, and they're like still want to take it to the next level. Do you know what I mean? For example, Coltrane. I was about to say fucking. It doesn't matter. I was gonna say some skating shit because no Nigel Houston, but that fool was ridiculous. He's like a crazy fucking. He's like one of the fucking craziest skaters ever, and but that fool, or like, but like Coltrane. My point is like Coltrane was one of these fools who was obsessed. So like Coltrane would never stop practicing every day of his fucking life. All he did was practice every fucking day for his entire fucking life. All he ever did was practice and then play, practice and then play, record and then fucking go on stage, fucking play, record, fucking practice. All he ever fucking did was practice. Everybody had fucking stories about him, how all he ever fucking did was practice. There's a story that fucking
he was in Miles's band, which was like his first like super big break. He was in the first Miles's first big, not a big band like a big band format, but I'm saying like a popular, like I don't know, successful band I should say. He was in his Miles's like very like huge successful band. He was playing with them, and apparently he was fucking they were having a conversation, and he was telling Miles like, I don't really know how to fucking I don't really know how to get the fucking the fucking sound right. And Miles was like, well, fucking take the fucking damn horn out your mouth. That's like one of the super famous Miles quotes. Because he would fucking literally always have it. Fucking, he would sleep with his fucking sax. He would fall asleep playing. You know what I mean? Which, like, you know what I mean? I've been like, that's how I am with the guitar. You know what I mean? I relate, but I'm saying that he was like not only amazing, but he was obsessed with it. You know what I mean? They fucking the first time that they went over to France, he had his own band. But at this point, it's him, Elvin Jones on drums, fucking oh my gosh, McCoy Tyner on piano, and jeez, not Reggie Workman on bass. Who the fuck? Oh my, why am I blanking? Not Reggie Workman. Reggie Workman did play with them too, though. Fuck, I'm totally blanking. But and there's their first time in fucking in France, and they're in the fucking south of France in the fucking in the French Riviera, and fucking they get there, and they have a they're doing a festival, right? But they're not doing they're playing like 2 days like after when they got there, right? They got there 2 days before they're gonna play, right? And they're fucking there, and they're all excited. They're like, yeah, let's go fucking see the beach. And they're like, all right, John, let's go. And he's like, I'm not going. I'm fucking staying in the hotel practicing. And they're like, bro, we're in fucking France, and we're at the fucking river. You're not gonna go. And he's like, no. And he didn't leave his hotel room. He would just fucking stay. He didn't give a fuck. He would just all he cared about was fucking practicing playing every fucking day of his life. And then when he quit heroin, he became very religious, and it was like his whole thing was that like God gave him a purpose of being a musician, so he had to live every single second of his life with just music, because that was like fulfilling his purpose to God. So like his most famous album that he did is which we probably should do on this channel. We'll do it later on. It's called A Love Supreme, and that whole thing is about God and music and the relationship that he had between God and music, and it's praising God in a jazz. It's amazing. It's one of the great albums of all time. It's one of the most amazing, for sure. I mean, anytime you talk about jazz, it's top 5 jazz albums, and it's always in the top. If anybody knows music and they will give you a top 100 or music, but they want to go all genres, and they know you have to put A Love Supreme. I mean, A Love Supreme is maybe for not for everybody, but I'm saying like it's just one of the great albums ever. But my point is that so yeah, he was super amazing. My point is, yeah, he was amazing. He was definitely amazing, because not only was he amazing, he was literally fucking obsessed with it. And then unfortunately he died fucking at like very young. He was was he 38? 43? He was either 38 or 43. I don't know why. It's one of those two numbers. I don't know why I'm totally blanking. He was either 38 or he was 43. But he was young. It's fucking very sad. But yeah, John Coltrane still to this day, fucking super legend, still fucking inspiring fucking everybody. And let me go to sleep. Go to sleep. And yeah, we'll waste more time later. On tour buses with the bells. Wait, what? Prince was like that too. But 24-hour recording sessions without taking a break. Oh, yeah. Oh, he was 40. All right, there you go. All right, yeah, he was fucking young. I know he was fucking young. Like, it's crazy. So fucked. Oh, and he was, yeah, you know who was like that? Was Hendrix at the end. He would do like nonstop recording. Like, and he would do that. Yeah, that was, when he did Electric Ladyland, when he made that album.